Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Raw. Your host, Ju, here with you, and this program is brought to you by THQ. Now, up next is, I guess you would call it a first-time matchup in terms of a half of a tag team each. You have one half of the Zoot Suits, Mr. Rogers, and then you have one half of the Road Warriors, Hawk. Now, the Zoot Suits have been tag team champions before, but the Road Warriors have won more tag team championships total throughout their career in different leagues than any other team out there as of now. No team comes close to what they have accomplished, and Hawk, as well as his tag team partner Animal, want to become the tag team champions again. But until then, they're going to have to fight one of them, that being Hawk, is going to have to fight Mr. Rogers, who in his own right is a former 6-time world champion, including a reign with the World Wrestling Federation Championship not too long ago. So we'll find out who is going to win between these two. And we're off. Now, this match has no time limit, so we'll find out, who is the better man in this match. Oh, and a backbreaker grabbing onto the back of Mr. Rogers' hair. Come on, Hawk. That's not the way to beat somebody up. I can understand his frustration to an extent that he would do anything to become World Tag Team Champion again, along with Animal, but still, come on, don't break the rules, man. Speaking of the Road Warriors, I've hung out with them a few times, especially when I was a former wrestler myself, and I was never one to ride motorbikes, but I was one to enjoy drinking on occasion, and I would have a lot of fun with those guys. They were fun. And I would have just as much fun with Bob Barker and Mr. Rogers, I remember they took me under their wing as soon as they stopped fighting each other. 1987, I was able to learn under both of them and learn what it took to become a champion, and I will never forget what they have done for me, but nobody will ever forget what they have done, not just for this business, but also the television business. In the case of Mr. Rogers and Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, the show. I will never forget that show. I remember watching it when I was a little kid when it first started out, and he's still doing a great job with that show, and it'll be one of the saddest days of my life when Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood goes off the air, because I really loved watching that show when I was just a younger person, but, aside from that, it's still great to see Mr. Rogers. And another backbreaker with Hawk pulling on his hair. Come on, man. Stop breaking the rules. There's no need to break the rules, especially since you're as big as, well, you're pretty damn big. Why would you need to break the rules? Oh, but wait a minute. An armbar onto Mr. Rogers. Now, Hawk has that thing in tight, though, but we'll find out if Mr. Rogers can even escape from this. Yes, he does. He gets out of it. See, that's the experience of Mr. Rogers. Just when you think you have him beat, you don't. So you gotta do more than that to beat him, though. A Russian leg sweep onto Mr. Rogers. That's a very basic move, but considering, that Mr. Rogers is a technically sound wrestler, you wouldn't think he would be. with all those clothes on, but, you know, that's his attire, you know? And then again, he can wear whatever he wants because he's Mr. Rogers, you know? But Hawk, going a rake in the eyes to Mr. Rogers. A nice counter on a Hawk. Oh, and a shoulder tackle on to Mr. Rogers. So far, this match has stayed in the ring, which is probably the best thing that could happen, though. And a back suplex onto Mr. Rogers. Nope, not even a 1 count on Mr. Rogers. I guess the referee was out of position for that pinfall attempt. And a massive scoop slam onto Mr. Rogers. 1, nope, just a 1 count on Mr. Rogers. But like I said before, you're going to have to do more than that to beat him. And Hawk realizes that. I mean, Hawk is the big man, the bigger man in this match, but he knows what he's up against. He knows who he's up against in Mr. Rogers. And I forgot to mention that his tag team partner, by his I mean Mr. Rogers' tag team partner, Bob Barker, he too is a 5-time... Oh, wait a minute! Neighborhood pile driver onto Hawk, but, you know, legend has it that Hawk is impervious to the pile driver. Yep, he was only able to get a 2 count on that, but I think that might have actually pissed him off. Yeah, I think that might have pissed him off because a backbreaker onto Mr. Rogers. Then a shoulder tackle to Mr. Rogers. Then an elbow right to Hawk. Oh, wait a minute. The neighborhood twist onto Hawk. But is that enough? 1, 2, no. Close. Very close. And Mr. Rogers, you know, I'm not worried about Mr. Rogers because, you know, he's done this many times before, but a facebuster on the Hawk. And wait, what's wrong with Hawk? Wait, what's wrong with... Oh my God, Hawk has been busted open. And Hawk is in real trouble now because he may be the bigger, stronger man, but he's weakened now with all that blood he's losing right now. So Hawk better do something. I mean, he better put this match away as soon as he can. Otherwise, Mr. Rogers is slowly going to pick him apart here. A neck breaker on a Hawk. I mean, Hawk gets back up, though. But any more of this, and Hawk is not going to last very long. And, oh, wait a minute. A choke slam from off the top rope. The leverage that he had with that really did a number on him. Uh-oh, this is not good. The neighborhood twist. He hit it the first time. 1, 2, no! Kick out by Hawk. And a facebuster onto Hawk. Oh, but Hawk fights back. And Hawk, nope. A suplex with a pinfall. 1, 2. Ooh, so close to beating Mr. Rogers. Now, the thing is, now I will admit, Mr. Rogers is, you know, he is not exactly a spring chicken like he used to be, but I would have to think that despite the fact that Hawk is bleeding, or actually no, I think this match is evenly matched now that Hawk is bleeding and Mr. Rogers is old and, Well, he's not that old, but he's he's not exactly a young man like he used to be, but still, oh, wait a minute. Hawk going to the top rope. No, captured by Mr. Rogers and countered into a power slam. Is that enough? 1. No, kick out by Hawk. And I'm thinking now that Mr. Rogers is wondering, what the hell do I got to do to keep down Hawk? But Hawk, what's he doing now? Oh, setting him up in a tree of woe. Oh, now he's choking him out. Well, Hawk is slowly but surely finding his way back into the match. Neighborhood twist. And is that enough? 1, 2, 3. Yep. It took not 1, not 2, but 3 neighborhood twists to knock out Hawk. And I gotta say, it is a beautiful day in the neighborhood. So Hawk was a tough customer, but Mr. Rogers was the more experienced and the more polished wrestler of the two. And the fact that Hawk got himself busted open at the hands of Mr. Rogers, Mr. Rogers knew what he was doing, so that much I can say. But stay tuned. We still have a few more matches yet to come, so stay tuned. They'll be up right after this.